Morning. It's really nice to be here, obviously, but then actually we're racing really, really well. So still a lot more opportunities to come. So yeah, like today. We were looking for the breakaway. Obviously, he's hunting that Giro stage. He wants to finish off with all three. So it could be an opportunity for him today. And yeah, see what happens.
What's your main rider?
For today, Wout Poels.
Yeah, I think there was a big opportunity for the break, so I think it's going to be hard to be in, but I think we need to try it and then we see what happens.
The legs are still heavy from yesterday's brutal ascent to Blockhouse. A decisive stage unfolded on the summit of the Maiella after more than 6 hours of racing, marked by the expected statement from overall favorite Jonas Vingegaard.
We already had a bit of a warm-up going here, so yeah, I think I recovered well and the legs feel good today.
The Danish rider, winner of 2 Tour de France titles and a Vuelta, launched his attack on the climb to Blockhouse.
Gall comes into the picture, whose margin of victory won't be big, but Vingegaard tastes victory at the Giro, kisses the handlebars.
Dropping a courageous but overly ambitious Pellizzari who tried to match his pace and then calmly controlled the strong Felix Gall, who finished second just 13 seconds behind.
First, I was a bit frustrated I couldn't follow Jonas, but I think then in the end it was a good choice to listen to my body.
Portugal's Afonso Eulalia defended the pink jersey with pride and intelligence, crossing the line 2 minutes and 54 seconds down, but holding on to the overall lead. Those who still have something left in the tank can unleash it in today's stage. The first part runs along wide, flat roads by the Adriatic coast before heading inland towards Fermo, where a relentless series of rolling climbs and steep walls await. After Cupra Marittima, the race turns inland to tackle 2 categorized climbs. First, Montefiori del Lasso, then Monte Rubiano. Upon reaching Fermo, riders face the sharp wall of Via Cardarelli, followed by the Capodarco climb, home to the renowned international under-23 race, once won by riders like Rubio, Zana and Hindley. The final kick from Fermo to Reputolo, with gradients reaching up to 22%, offers the perfect terrain for breakaways and bold attacks from anyone aiming for the stage win. All eyes will be on local rider Giulio Pellizzari, racing on home roads.
È bello passare per casa, sento tanto l'affetto dei tifosi. Speriamo che oggi possiamo godercela magari con il sole.
If he recovers from yesterday's effort, he could be a key protagonist. The start is nervous, the pace is stop and go, with many riders eager to break away. The first attempt involves a group of 6.
Dunque si sono avvantaggiati 6 corridori, il gruppo non concede molto spazio.
The move proves to be overly ambitious as the peloton reels them back in, but immediately Filippo Ganna and Alberto Bettiol counter-attack. It's unlikely that a 2-man breakaway will succeed, yet the 2 leaders work well together, taking regular turns and committing to the effort.
Al chilometro 15 di gara ormai il vantaggio dei fuggitivi è di 17 secondi.
After 30 kilometers of racing, the average speed is up to 53 kilometers per hour, an extremely high pace, driven by continuous attacks from riders trying to bridge across from the peloton. Ganna and Bettiol, both strong-time trialists, have the power to hold their advantage at around 30 seconds. Meanwhile, at the front of the peloton, there's a heavy crash involving a rider from Team Q36.5 Pro Cycling, number 112, Fabio Kristen.
There's where it happened.
He looked back.
Looks round.
He looks back.
Yeah, I agree. I think that does look a little bit like Mark Donovan, but it looks like a shake of the head there. That looks like a collarbone.
His withdrawal is confirmed shortly after.
Al chilometro 53, gruppo che torna nuovamente compatto, ripresi Bettiol e Ganna.
At kilometer 53, the breakaway of Ganna and Bettiol comes to an end. The peloton catches them and continues at a pace that, after an hour of racing, remains above 50 kilometers per hour. A strong headwind with powerful gusts makes it difficult for anyone trying to stretch the group. The attacks are becoming less and less convincing. The conditions are not right for a breakaway with real chances of success. Despite this, the riders keep trying.
Siamo giunti al chilometro 74 di gara, si viaggia sempre a scatti, ora c'è un gruppettino di 7 unità, ma il margine è sempre limitato.
The peloton splits into two sections, separated by 10 seconds, with Bjerg, Narvaez and Leknesund gaining an advantage. Vingegaard's team, caught in the second group, works to bridge the gap and manages to rejoin. Now around 20 riders launch a move to chase down the three leaders. The front riders reach the intermediate sprint in Cupra Marittima. Leknesund crosses first, ahead of Narvaez and Bjerg. Meanwhile, the climb to the King of the Mountains at Montefiore del Asso begins, and behind them the pink jersey group pushes to close in on the chasers.
Ci stiamo avvicinando al Gran Premio della Montagna di Montefiore dell'Asso.
Bjerg crest the climb first, ahead of Narvaez and Leknesund. The first part of the peloton, about 30 riders, passes 55 seconds behind, while the group with the pink jersey is at 2 minutes and 2 seconds. The three breakaway riders have found the right rhythm and arrive alone at the second King of the Mountains of the day in Monte Rubiano, where Narvaez crosses first ahead of Bjerg and Leknesund. They're still leading as they pass under the Red Bull KM banner, with Bjerg, Leknesund and Narvaez in that order.
I tre battistrada sono al chilometro, Red Bull.
Having a little bit of far better legs than the other two because of the first half of the stage he was not.
Meanwhile, Javier Romo has attacked from the chasing group, trying to bridge the gap to the leaders. At the Red Bull KM, he is 50 seconds behind. At 1 minute 20 seconds, a group of around 30 riders led by Garofoli follows, while the pink jersey group passes at 3 minutes 38 seconds. Among the chasers is also Scaroni, currently 11th in the general classification. The climb to Capodarco begins.
Lungo la salita verso Capodarco, molto attivo il numero 195 Narvaez.
Narvaez's move is impressive. He waves goodbye, pushes hard on the steep slopes of Capodarco, and crosses first at the King of the Mountains, with a 12-second lead over Leknesund and 35 seconds over Bjerg.
Intanto c'è la lungo di Narvaez in testa alla corsa.
The chasing group, which has reabsorbed Romo, passes at 1 minute 40 seconds, while the pink jersey group is at 3 minutes 33 seconds. Narvaez powers up the Muro di Via Reputolo, the final brutal climb of the day. He crests the summit and flies solo towards the finish line in Fermo.
Ultime curve per Narvaez che finisce il tratto di salita impegnativo.
In a race that could have been a disaster for UAE Team Emirates, it's win number 3 for the team and 2 for Jonathan Narvaez. A masterclass, simply unbeatable on terrain like that.
Second place goes to Andreas Leknesund after a courageous ride, with Chota finishing third. The pink jersey group regains ground and crosses the line together, with all the GC contenders led by Afonso Lalio, who retained the pink jersey ahead of Vingegaard at 3 minutes 15 seconds and Gall at 3 minutes 34 seconds.
Most important for me now is arriving rest day with this Maglia Rosa. No? The most important thing is stay with Maglia Rosa FPT.
Tomorrow brings more climbing, with a 184-kilometer stage from Serbia to Gornje Scale. The route is flat from the start to Sila, before the final first category climb that will once again shape the general classification. It's an irregular ascent with easier sections, followed by the final 12 kilometers entirely uphill with bends and hairpins. In the last 3 kilometers towards Gornje Scale, gradients hover around 10%, with ramps reaching up to 15%. The final effort before a well-earned rest day on Monday.